All right, then, since we successfully finished the description sections, now we have to go ahead and start working on the generate keyword section. So that's the only thing that we have to worry about, right? So, right, so let's go ahead and start working on the keyword section. So, close this. Let me close this one. Not necessary, not necessary. Oops, I need that form. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I need to open that form.ts, right? So we need to create that the schema for that particular uh, string for the particular keywords are string array. So let's go ahead and create the schema. So here I'm just going to say export const uh, keywords form schema is equals to z dot object. Inside here I'm going to say keywords which is going to be z dot array of z dot string and string. Yes, this is the one. So save it, right? And according to the schema, we have the default value as an empty array, so we don't have to worry about it. Anyways, it is going to be an empty at the initial point only, right? Then I need to export this one. Export type keywords from schema type is equals to z dot infer the type of keywords from schema. So save this. Now we have the both of them. Then let me go here and I'm going to we can okay, let's duplicate it and we can customize it. So I'm gonna copy and paste it description form, which is going to be keywords form.tsx. Then we can customize that particular part over here. So for the time being, let me close this one, get into the client, and I'm just going to copy and paste this section for the time being, which is going to be the keywords. Okay, so we don't, I haven't changed this. Let me change it over here. Keywords form props. Words form. Save it. Let's bring this. Let me import it for the time being. So I should be able to see this right now over there. We can see that, right? So let me get back over that connections. Can't reach the database. Okay, so it's working. Yep, now it's okay. All right, so let me get back over here in the keyword sections. So first, I need to get the keywords, right? Which is basically going to be a string array. So let me copy this keywords, put it into here, and that is going to be the string array. Then I need the topic ID and I don't need the level. Let me delete the level. And here also let me delete the level. We don't need that level anymore. So inside over here, initial data, this is the place where we need to make some customizations because keywords is not assignable to the description string. Okay, so then so let's fix the issues over here. For the default values over here, Let me break it as an object. I need to extract the keywords, which is going to be the initial data dot keywords. Otherwise, I can keep an empty ID. So we don't see this because of this type. So let me close all this and let me get the keywords schema type, and let me change the schema as well, keywords schema, right? And word schema type. Delete this. We are getting that. So now let me try this initial approach itself. It is working. Okay, it's working. So we don't have to worry about it. Let's leave it in that way itself. Okay. So then we have this everything is perfectly fine. Yep. So far so good. And I think we need to recustomize this options. So for that time being, let me collapse. Let me delete this for the time being. We don't need that. I don't need the level. This is not necessary. Let's collapse this. And we don't need this function as well as this. And tooltip generating this things is perfectly fine. Okay. So we need to customize this prompt. Don't worry, for the time being, I'm going to delete this prompt. Delete this. And for the time being, I'm not going to display anything over here. This is just going to be a paragraph tag and initial. We need to do a lot of work here. So I'm just going to say initial data dot keywords dot length. That's what I'm trying. For the time being, I'm going to display. And this is going to be, we need to customize the form field. Okay, so what exactly we are trying to do here is we will allow the user to generate the keywords only for 2 times, maximum tops. That's it. User can generate the keywords only for 2 times. So each time it will gives you the 10 different keywords, right? And user can able to delete the keywords if he don't want that particular keyword. He can interact it, and we need to keep an input field so the user can type the keywords manually and he can add it into an array. So we need to create an interactive uh, and a smart keyword editor. That's what we are trying to do over here. So let's go one by one. First step, so we finished the form, right? We added the form. So now what I need to do is I need to make sure I need to extract the existing keys from the keywords from the form. So for that, const keywords is equals to form dot watch. So whenever there is changes happening on this keywords, I need to collect it and store it in the local variable. So the reason why I'm doing that is because I need to set keywords is equals to, it's going to be a function which is going to carry on the new keywords, because we need a function to append the array, right? So think about it, you have 10 different arrays and you generated it one time and you're typing something in the input value. So you need to collect the values which is typed in the input and you need to append it with the existing arrays, right? Then you need to set that into your form, right? So this keywords, which is basically it's going to be a type of string array, right? Now inside this function, now what I need to do is I need to set this into the form. So form dot set value, I need to call the keywords, then I need to supply you can't directly supply the new keywords. If you're supplying the new keywords directly, what happens, it's going to override the existing array and it's going to keep only the new keywords. So I don't want to do that. I need to store a new array. Before storing that, I need to say destructure it, new set. I'm going to use the set. The reason why we are using the set function is because it will allow you to keep only a unique string values in that array. So I'm going to extract the new keywords dot map, open it. Then I need to extract the value out of it. Then I'm going to trim the unwanted the back and forth spaces. So value dot trim. Okay, value dot trim. Then right after here, I need to filter. It needs to be true. So filter only if it is after removing the unwanted space. It needs to have a proper string value. So filter if it is true, only if it is having a proper value, then you need to push it into that keywords array. So this is going to store that value. So let's check this. This is that function, right? So then what I need to do is I need to have a function where we are going to generate, right? And the user can generate only two times the tops. So to monitor that, we need to have a state. So here I'm just going to say use state snippet generate count, and which is going to be the type of number, which is going to be the 0, right? Then if you scroll down all the way to the down here, I'm just going to say instead of generate description, I'm just going to say generate keywords, something like that, generate keywords. And we need to do some changes in the APIs. We need to create a separate API first for the time being. Let's worry about that later. And here I'm just going to check that condition. If the generate count is greater than or equals, it should be, if it should not go beyond, we are starting it from 0, so you should check the equals also. It should not go beyond the 2, because if you're starting it from 0, 0, 1, then you already checked the generated for 2 times. So that's the reason we are checking the condition, right? So return, I'm just going to simply return this function. User doesn't allow the he should not be generate one more time. We should block that for this particular one, right? Then here inside the try and catch, this is the place inside the try and catch. What I need to do is we are sending this to the API. It is going to give us the response. So here I'm just going to say const new keywords, which is going to be a string array. Then here I need to extract that response dot data. We need to extract that data and we need to assign it into the keywords. Then using the set keywords function, I'm going to supply an array, a new array, where I'm going to extract the keywords, existing keywords. Then I'm going to spread out the new keywords, right? So we need to collect. So we already collected this keywords. Where we collected this? We collected this keywords from here. So whatever the form keywords, it's already there. We need to supply. Along with that, we need to supply with the new keywords, right? Then once this is done, I need to update the count. So set generate count. So I need to extract the previous count, then previous plus 1, right? This is going to update the count. Once it is done, I'm just going to say keywords generated successfully and added, something like that, right? So keywords. Now this generate keywords function is done. Now I need to have one more function where the user can delete that particular single keyword from the array. So for that, const handle remove keyword is equals to, I need to supply that keyword, which is going to be a string. Then here what I need to do is using the set keywords function, set keywords dot filter, open it. extract the keyword from there. That keyword should not be equals to keyword which we are supplying to this function, right? This function will remove that particular keyword from that array. Now I need to have one more function because we are going to have an input field, right, where the user can type the keywords by delimited by comma. So you can keep on add the keywords just by separating them by using comma. Then we can break those complete string into an array. So for that particular, I'm gonna have const handle add custom keywords is equals to an array function. So this function is going to have nothing because we are going to keep everything in the input. So I'm just going to say const new items is equals to custom. We need to have one more state, right, which is going to be use state snippet custom input array. This is the string. So that custom input, we can use that custom input. So from the custom input, what I'm going to do, I'm going to split everything by using the comma. Oops. Using comma, I need to split it. Then it will be splitted. Then I'm going to use the map function where I can extract the word, the keyword, right? Then I need to remove that unwanted spaces at the end, both of the front and back. Then I need to use the filter method. Then I need to make sure that length, the word length should be greater than 0, or you can fix what is the minimum length for a particular word, right? In my case, it should be minimum greater than 3 particular letters, or you can keep it as 0. That's up to you. So I'm going to extract that keyword. Then the key length should be greater than 0. I'm going to leave it 0 itself. For your better convenience, you can keep the, you can make sure 4 or 5. That's up to you, right? In this case, I'm going to keep it in this particular section. So these are the conditions that we are writing over here. Then right after here, I need to set this to our keywords. So I'm going to say set keywords, open this, send it as an array. So destructure the complete existing keywords which we have, then destructure the new items with it. So that will send it as an array and it will override the existing one. Then I just need to set the custom input into an empty string. This is that function which is going to do that particular options. Then we have that on submit function for the user can update the existing data with the keywords itself. Okay, so now let's get back over here. Let's change this into keywords. Keywords. Perfect. And next, what I need to do, we need to have a button. We are the place where we are having a button. So this button needs to be disabled. This is the place where we are generating. This button needs to be disabled. When it needs to be disabled, this generated count. If the generated count is greater than or equals to 2, or if it is still generating, at these 2 points, it needs to be it needs to be disabled, right? So here, if it is generating, we are loading the animations, then we are displaying that light bulb options and everything. Along with this, what we need to do is right over here, I just need to say generated count. If the generated count is greater than or equals to 2, at that point, I'm just going to say limit reached. Otherwise, I just need to say generate. Save it. And now let's check this out over here. You can see it is showing something like this because we kept the button size as an icon. So I'm going to change this into a smaller one. Now this is how it should look like. So we can able to see, right? And here also I need to make some customizations. The tooltip, on the tooltip section, I need to make some customizations. if it is generating, it's going to say generating, generate, and mm, mm, mm. We need to check a condition over here also, right? If it is generating, so here what I can do is I'm going to check one more condition over here. If the generate count, if it is greater than or equals to 0, sorry, 2, then I'm just going to say generate. Oh no, I should not check the condition over here. Here it should be generating only. I need to check the condition over here because this is the place where we are displaying that particular option. Here only I need to save the generate count. If it is greater than equals to 2, then I just need to say limit reached, or else I need to display generate, save it. This is the condition. Now it should display the generate. If the limit is reached, it is going to say limit reached over here also, and it's going to say the limit reached over on the tooltip also, right? And the button for the keywords editing, that is perfectly fine, which is good. And this is the place where we are displaying that keywords, right? So what I'm going to do is this cart content, let me close this for the time being. Currently it's showing the keywords length as 0, right? So for here what I need to do is I'm just going to say class name, which is going to be flex, and flex wrap, and item center, and gap needs to be 2, right? Then for this, instead of this paragraph tag, I'm gonna say if the keywords dot length, if it is equals to 0, then I need to render something. What I need to do, I need to render a paragraph tag with the class name of text muted foreground, and the text size needs to be small, and the font, it should be bold, semi bold, font semi bold. Inside over here, I'm just going to say no keywords yet, something like that, right? So which going to show us the no keywords yet, right? If I do have the keywords, if the keywords dot length, if the keywords dot sorry, we don't need to check that, so I'm going to use the map function directly. If the keywords dot map, open it, so I'm going to extract. So from here, I need to extract the keywords, so KW, and I need to extract the index I, right? So I'm going to bring a division where the key, which is going to be the index itself, then the class name, which is going to be BG muted, text small, then flex, item center, and rounded needs to be full, and PX, which is going to be 3, PY, which is going to be 1. Now inside this division, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the keyword, whatever the keyword it is, it needs to be there. Then I need to bring a button, which is basically the button size type is going to be button itself. This is literally important because it is inside the form, so you should mention the button type of, right? And I need to, this is not, this is outside. Okay, fine. Here this is going to be size, that is going to be the icon size. Then whenever I'm clicking this on click, whenever I'm clicking this, I need to call a callback function which needs to handle remove keyword. Then I need to supply the keyword into that function, KW, that's the keyword which I need to supply. And then the variant of this button, which is basically going to be a ghost variant. Then me bring the word wrap. Then inside over here, I need to bring that X icon, which is basically powered by your Lucid React itself. Save it. Okay. Then this will be displayed Mm, 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 mm. All right, all right. So this is my bad. So this, it should not be displayed. This action, this particular thing needs to be displayed only when we are in the editing mode. This is the place where we are displaying it, so we don't have to display anything over here. So fine, that is fine. Let's keep it in that way, right? And now inside this editing section only, we need to make that customizations. So now inside the form, we don't need this form field at all. Remove this. We don't need that one, right? Now inside here, what we are going to do is we're going to bring our custom input section, and we're gonna have ourselves that oh, what is that? Let me save this for the time being, and let's see how does it looks. So currently it is empty, right? Now here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one more card, which is going to have a padding of 4. Let us see how does it looks. Okay, and PG, which is going to be muted, and rounded needs to be medium. Save it. That's how it looks. Now inside over here, I'm going to bring a division which is going to have an input and which is going to have a button called add, right? So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a div, class name, width should be full, and flex item center, and justify, I don't need that, gap which needs to be 2. Then here I'm going to bring an input field, input, which is going to come from input add components input, and the placeholder which is going to be add keywords comma separated. So that is going to inform the user like that. Then I need to supply the value which is going to be the custom input. Then on change, whenever there is a changes it's happening, I need to extract, which is going to be the event set custom input in from the event dot target dot value. That's how you need to set that, right? And then right after, let's see how does it looks. So we have the this particular input, and for this card px, which is going to be 2, py, which is going to be 1, 3, and we can make this as 5. I think that would be appropriate. And for this input tag, all I have to say, let's remove this bg muted, and let's see how does it looks. Hmm. Okay, let's add some buttons over here. Button variant is going to be for the time being, let's keep it the outline, and let's see how does it looks on the UI. And then size, which is going to be the small size, and here I'm just going to say add. Okay, so better we should keep it as an default variant itself. That should be more fine. And for this input, I'm just going to say bg class name, bg transparent. It should be transparent. Save it. Or bg none, or let's keep it as muted. Come on. Let's say bg black. Let's say whether it is working or not. For the input, why does it not working? Anything not reflecting any changes over here? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so let's leave that one. Let's remove it. Add the keywords here, and then I can class name. class name height, which is going to be 16. 16 is too much. We can change it to 10. That is so small. 12. I think this should be fine. Okay, and for this class name, I'm just going to say height as 12 itself. Yep, and I think that is too much bigger. Fine, so let me remove this also. Yep, now both are same, perfectly fine. And I just need to increase the text size. Class name text needs to be LG. All right, then right after this division, this is the card, and right over here what I'm going to do is, let me remove this card. Let's see how does it looks. I think this is more than fine, so let me remove the card now. Now right over here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring up a division where I can display that particular generated keyword sections. So that needs to be displayed. For that, I'm going to bring a card, class name, PG muted, and then rounded needs to be medium, and then flex wrap, item center, and gap needs to be 2. Inside over here, this is the place where we are going to display the keywords. So keywords dot map, open it, a callback rendering value function. Inside over here, key index. Then inside over here, I'm gonna create a div. So let me bring a badge from add components UI. Inside this badge, I'm gonna supply the key as the index. Then I'm gonna supply the keywords. Right, for this, right after here, I'm gonna bring a button size, which is going to be icon size. Then I'm gonna bring the X icon. For this button only, I need to say on click, I need to call this handle remove keyword. I need to supply the keyword that is going to remove that. Right, so currently we don't have anything, so this needs to be displayed. This card needs to be displayed when only if the keywords dot length is greater than 0, then I need to display that. Right, so currently we have just this input box where the user can add it by himself or he can generate it. Now we have to worry about that part, the API. So let's go ahead and create the API for that. So inside this AI generate, inside this AI, I'm gonna create one more subfolder which is going to for keywords. Right, one more which is going with keywords, and inside this keywords I'm going to create that file called route.ts, and I'm going to copy and everything, and I'm going to paste it inside over here, but I'm going to customize it a little bit for the time being later. So first I need to make sure I'm receiving the title from the front end, right? Then I need to adjust the prompt, so I'm going to use this prompt instead of this. So let me enable the word wrap. So generate 5 to 10 SEO friendly comma separated keywords for the topic. So I don't need 5 to 10, I need 10. Generate 10 SEO friendly comma separated keywords for the topic with this title. Only return the keywords as a comma separated list. Okay. Then so right after here, inside the try block, so models and everything is going to be same content, everything is going to be same. The place where we are extracting the result, text trim, so I don't need to replace anything, right? So Right after that, if I don't have a text, so no content received from the Gemini, that is also going to be fine. Then what I need to do is I need to clean and split the keywords string into an array. So because we are not extracting, we are getting a list, we are not getting is an array. So const keywords is equals to text dot replace. So first we need to remove the surrounding codes, bracelet, whatever, if there is any, we need to remove it. For that particular thing, we need to add this regular expression, right? Replace this. So then what I need to do, I need to use the split function using comma. Then I need to use the map function, extract the keywords. Then I need to remove that unwanted spaces trim. Then I need to use the filter. I need to make sure it's not an empty one. I need to extract the keyword. Then the keyword dot length should be greater than 0. These are the conditions that we are writing for that. Then I don't need to pass anything. Then I just need to send the keywords outside. Okay. So now all we have to do is to get back to our keywords form and the place where we are generating it. So it needs to come to this particular folders, not the generate folder. We are sending the title, and let me check that console dot log response dot generated data. Let me check it out. Inspect, keep the network opening, console clean, edit it, get in the network, clean it, and now all I have to do is to click generate. It is generating the keywords triggered and it is pending. I think keywords generated successfully. Yep, see, array, we got the array, and all those arrays, it's been rendered over here, but it's not rendered in the way as we expected. So what I have to do is we need to make this customizations. Flex wrap, where we are rendering it, this is the place where we are rendering it. Width the full, no, do this. Why it is not? Let me inspect the elements. Let me check it out. Inspect. Hmm. This is a flex box only, but it is, why is that? So I'm not sure any issue with the UI. It's everything is fine. So let me I just refresh it and reload it as I mean stop the server and then I'm just rerunning it. So let me try instead of generating, because we will ran out of that free tier. So let's try something over here. Let's say hooks API or something. Let's click the add. Yep, now the badge, it's working. See, the same thing, no difference in it. So previously I written everything directly over here on the card. I just create a custom div and then I use the flex for that. Now it's working. All right. So for the time being over here, for this, I'm just going to say variant, which needs to be the outline variant. Or let's use the secondary variant. Nope, that's not looking good. So what we can do is for the badge, we can write our own custom styles. So I can simply say class name, which is going to be BG primary, and let's divide it by 10. Then text needs to be primary, and then uh, yep, I think so. Yep, that should work. Okay, and yeah, everything is perfectly fine. Now if I wish to delete this, I can delete this, or if I wish to generate few more, that is going to generate it and keep it along with these keywords. And now if I want to save this, and that is saved successfully. These are all the keywords which we generated, which is working perfectly as it's supposed to. So we successfully finished the keywords, and all we have to do now is start publishing this particular topic, and that is what we are going to do next.